friends at home. In this video, I'm going to be doing today's math lesson with you. You should have found in your folder this week a page that looks like this. And before we even get started, I need you to take that page out of your folder, and I need you to cut apart the shapes and get them sorted into piles like this, because we're going to be using these shapes today in our lesson. Your friends here in the classroom have already taken these out and gotten them cut apart. They're now storing them in little Ziploc baggies. So if you want to pause this video right now, take a minute to get all your shapes cut apart. And once you are done, open your book to page 491, and then we can get started once you hit play again, okay? So go ahead and pause, cut out your shapes, and we'll see you back soon. All right, so as you know, we've been talking about two-dimensional shapes. Those are the flat shapes that are drawn on our paper. They're not the ones that have 3 dimensions where we can measure height, width, and depth. It's just how tall and how wide are they. And today we're going to be talking about different ways to use smaller shapes to build bigger shapes and so on. So it says Jackson uses 3 triangles. I'm sorry. I said that wrong. Jackson uses triangles and rhombuses to make new shapes. How many triangles make 1 trapezoid? So it's showing you here, but go ahead right now with your shapes and try to build, using your triangles, try to build 1 trapezoid. See if you can do that. So 3 triangles build 1 trapezoid. Okay. And then it says another way to make a hexagon is to use 3 rhombuses. So if you want to try right now with your shapes, take your hexagon and use 3 of those rhombuses and try to put them together, kind of almost like a puzzle, and try to build yourself a hexagon. See if you can do it. Okay? So Jackson uses 3 triangles to make 1 trapezoid and 3 rhombuses to make 1 hexagon. So what we're going to be doing today is looking at different shapes and figuring out how many do we need to compose these other shapes. So for number 1, it says use triangles to make a rhombus. So take a rhombus and take some triangles and figure out how many triangles do you need to build 1 rhombus, and raise your hand when you figure it out. How many triangles do you need to build 1 rhombus? Raise your hand when you figure it out. And the pictures are there if you're not sure what shapes to use. Emily? 2. So go ahead right now and trace that number 2. You needed 2 triangles to build 1 rhombus. Okay, now it says use triangles to make a hexagon. So start with your hexagon and start putting triangles on it and see how many you need to build your hexagon. How many will it take? And when you know, please don't shout it out, but when you know, raise your hand. How many triangles did it take to build a hexagon? See if you can figure it out. Put them right on top of it. It's easier if you put the hexagon down and then lay the triangles right on top of it. There you go. Then it's more like a puzzle. See how I did mine up here? I kind of put them right on top of it. Makes it a little bit easier. Okay. So let me come around and see how you guys are doing. All right, so on the count of 3, how many triangles did we use? 1, 2, 3? 6! Awesome. So you're going to write 6 triangles make 1 hexagon. 6 triangles make 1 hexagon. Okay, the next one, number 3, says we're going to use trapezoids. Those are the red ones. Use trapezoids to make a hexagon. And don't shout it out, but put a hexagon down and then figure out how many trapezoids do you need to build a hexagon. And when you know, raise your hand, but don't shout it out. How many trapezoids do you need to build 1 hexagon? Okay, ready? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3.
2.
Awesome. So write down 2 trapezoids make 1 hexagon. Good job. Okay, now we're going to be building a trapezoid, but they want you to use some triangles and some rhombuses. So figure out, if you're trying to build a trapezoid and you've got to use triangles and rhombuses, how many of each would you need? And don't say it when you figure it out. Don't say it. How many triangles and how many rhombuses build a trapezoid? And when you know, just keep it quiet, because we'll say it in a minute, okay? All right, on the count of 3, you're going to tell me how many triangles you used. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
1.
1 triangle. And on the count of 3, you'll tell me how many rhombuses you used. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
2.
Who said 2?
Emma.
There's not 2, Emma. You used 1. I'm looking at yours. So we used 1 triangle and 1 rhombus to make 1 trapezoid, okay? All right, very carefully turn your page. You don't want to turn it fast because you'll blow all your shapes away. Very carefully turn your page. All right, for this one it says we're going to use pattern blocks to make a new shape and draw lines to match the shape that we made. So for number 5, it says use 2 trapezoids. So take 2 trapezoids and figure out which one of these shapes you can build with 2 trapezoids. And when you know, raise your hand. Don't shout it out. What shape can you make with 2 trapezoids? Emma? A hexagon. So draw a line from 2 trapezoids down to the hexagon.
Where's the hexagon?
Right here. Look at the board.
Oh. It's number 6.
Okay. Number 6 wants us to use 1 triangle and 1 trapezoid. So 1 triangle and 1 trapezoid. Figure out with 1 triangle and 1 trapezoid, which of these shapes can we make?
How do you figure it out?
Sage, which one? A triangle. So you'll just draw a line straight across from the triangle and the trapezoid, boop, to the triangle.
I didn't make a triangle. Oh!
Now for the last one, they want us to use 1 rhombus and 1 trapezoid. And this is our last shape here, so we got to try to figure out how to make that shape. Use your shapes. Figure it out. How can you do it?
That was easy. I found it. I did it.
When you know, don't shout it out. Just raise your hand.
Red versus blue. Oh!
Okay, if you're not sure, check it out. So, the rhombus and the trapezoid make a long trapezoid. So go ahead and draw. And if you're not sure how to do it, I just connected them like this. Connor has a question.
How come a triangle and a trapezoid make a triangle?
Because they just do. No, a pyramid's 3D. This isn't 3D. This is still a flat shape. All right, let's look at the problem solving now. It says Jane makes this larger shape with 3 smaller pattern blocks. The 3 pattern blocks are the same shape. Circle the pattern block that she uses. So she makes this, she's making this shape using 3 of the pattern blocks that are all the same. Would she use 3 triangles, 3 rhombuses, or 3 trapezoids to make a trapezoid? Figure it out. If you need to use your shapes to practice, try it and see. Can you make a trapezoid with 3 triangles? Can you make a trapezoid with 3 rhombuses?
I made something, but it
Or can you make a trapezoid with 3
made something, but
trapezoids? So which one would be the correct answer?
I knew it.
Which one is it, Emily? Triangle. So go ahead and circle the triangle. 3 triangles make a trapezoid. All right? We're going to skip the right about it. Very carefully, we're going to go to the top of the next page. Now, they're just showing you what we already practiced, so let's go to the more practice. And since they already did number 1, you can just trace the 6. Right now, on your own, I want you to take a minute, and I want you to solve using your shapes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And in just a minute, I will go over the answers with you. So friends at home, go ahead and pause. Friends in the classroom, get started. Solve all of these using your shapes. And then we'll go over the answers shortly. So friends at home, go ahead and pause, and we'll see you again shortly. Okay, friends, I'm going to go over these with you now. So if you have them done already, awesome. If you do not, watch and do it with me so that you can start to understand how it works. So number 2 said use triangles to make a rhombus. So I used 2 triangles and put them together like this, and that created 1 rhombus. So here you can see 2 triangles make 1 rhombus. So right there, 2 triangles make 1 rhombus. Okay? Let's take a look now at number 3. Number 3 said use rhombuses to make a hexagon. So I took my rhombuses and I played around with them quite a bit. And then I discovered that if we put them together like this, 1, 2, and 3, 3 of them,
It looks like a square.
kind of looks like a cube, 3 rhombuses. So right here you'll write 3 rhombuses make 1 hexagon. For number 4, it said use rhombuses and triangles to make a hexagon. So this one was a little tricky, but I kept playing with it. I'm trying to make this shape, so sometimes it's helpful if you put the shape down that you're trying to make. And then I started piecing together, and I discovered that if you do this and put 2 rhombuses side by side like that, then you can put 2 triangles in like this. So 2 triangles and 2 rhombuses make a hexagon. So 2 rhombuses and 2 triangles make a hexagon. Or the other thing we could do would be 4 triangles and 1 rhombus. Okay? Well, then come closer, Victoria. All right. Number 5 said use rhombuses to make this. I don't even know. It looks like almost like a fox, doesn't it? And all you had to do for that one was take 2 of your rhombuses and line them up like this. So 2 rhombuses make that fox shape. Okay? And then number 6, use triangles and trapezoids to make a triangle. Well, that one we had done on the other page. It was just a trapezoid with a triangle on top. Okay? So we needed 1 of each. 1 triangle, 1 trapezoid, make 1 big triangle. Johnny, please stop drumming. That's very distracting for your friends. All right, turn to the back very carefully. It says triangles can go together to make a new shape. Draw a line to match each new shape. So 2 triangles together made the rhombus, and we did that on the other page. 2 triangles made a rhombus. What shape can we make with 6 triangles? Take 6 of them and figure it out. La, la, la. What shape? And when you know, raise your hand. What shape can you make with 6 triangles? I said then come forward, didn't I? I said that. I said if you can't see, come forward. All right. What shape, Connor? 6 triangles make an A hexagon. Good job. All right, the next one is 4 triangles. Okay, so take 4 triangles now. Oh boy. What shape can we make with 4 triangles? Ooh, I know. Which one is it, Isaac?
It's like, I don't know what it is, but it's like that.
No, I don't think so.
I think it's that.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely the fox shape, right? So 4 put together like this make the fox. And that means we should use 3 to make a trapezoid. And as you can see right here, 3 triangles together make a trapezoid. Or in this case, they've got it like this. Okay, so 3 make a trapezoid. Good job. All right, friends, the problem solving, and then we'll be all done with math today. Problem solving says Jen makes a shape with 1 triangle and 1 rhombus. Mia makes a shape with 2 trapezoids. So which shape do they each make? Well, what do 2 trapezoids make? So who made the hexagon? Mia. So on that line, you'll write Mia or Maya, however you want to say it. And then 1 triangle and 1 rhombus. What shape do they make? They make the trapezoid. So that one is Jen. All right, friends at home, please make sure you put these pieces nicely in a bag because we'll use them again as we go through this chapter. Friends in the classroom, make sure they go nicely in your bag. Gently close it so there's no air inside. And put it nicely inside your desk. If you want to use it as a bookmark and stick it in your book between the pages, that way you'll open up right to the right spot tomorrow. That's perfect. Friends at home, we will see you later.
Bye.